activities marking first coronation anniversary of Olowu continues with conferment of traditional titles. National Emergency Management Agency downscales early warning action to grassroots plus late Mrs. Florence John buried in Abeokuta. Hello, good evening, and thank you for joining us on Channel 12 News at 7. I am Yemi Dalemo. In continuation of activities marking the first coronation anniversary of the Olowu of Owo Kingdom, Oba Saka Adedola Matemilola, 10 deserving personalities have been conferred with chieftaincy titles. Lekun Agbonde reports that day 2 of the anniversary also witnessed the launch of the Palace Project Development Fund for the Kingdom. We sincerely apologize for the loss of audio in that report. It will come your way during the course of the bulletin. Success stories packed with enviable achievements in social, economic, and human capital development, inspired by the ability of a people to unite, describe the narrative in Owo Kingdom, Abeokuta, in the last 1 year. This is the success story of pride and glory by Oba Professor Saka Matemilola at the press briefing held in his palace in Abeokuta. Lekun Agbonde again tells us more.
Clark has completed its cycle, culminating in 365 days of the fulfilling and impactful reign of Oba Saka Matemilola as Olowu of Owo Kingdom in Abeokuta, Ogun State. The activities which herald the coronation anniversary provide a platform for the monarch and the entire kingdom to relish huge achievements recorded in the kingdom in the last 1 year. With enthusiasm and sense of gratitude to stakeholders who played one role or the other, Oba Saka Matemilola says education, healthcare, human capital development, community development and social well-being, social security, and alternative dispute resolution services are the areas of focus hugely impacted. The monarch notes that the Olowu Scholars Foundation, Owu Community Library, and other educational initiatives were launched with enviable success in giving succor to over 500 beneficiaries, while various categories of people were also offered skills and economic empowerment.
We have upgraded the Igosu Primary Healthcare Center with basic facilities provided also to enable its function properly. This includes mattresses, pillows. We repaired and painted the beds, which were in very bad shape when we came in last year, November. Provided baby care items for visiting outpatients.
Oba Matemilola speaks on war against drugs abuse, which has become a menace in the society.
Solis Foundation has actively collaborated with NDLA on the War Against Drug Abuse campaign by providing opportunities to engage with children and mothers in our communities. In a related effort, we've also inaugurated what we call Solace Substance Abuse and Mental Health Advocacy, which will be inaugurated today, shortly after this event. It's an ongoing collaboration with NDLA as well as RO, Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Positive Youth and Family Life Mission Center, Abeokuta.
The coronation anniversary continues with various activities lined up, which include the conferment of chieftaincy titles on some distinguished Nigerians. In Abeokuta, Lekun Agbonde, NTA News.
And still on the coronation anniversary, prayers have been offered for the guardians, protection, and prosperity of the Olowu of Owo Kingdom, Oba Adedola Matemilola. This was at an interfaith Thanksgiving service to mark the first year coronation anniversary held at its palace in Abeokuta. Sheyi Ogmayo's report is there presented. The Interfaith Thanksgiving service commenced with a warm welcome from the organizing committee chairman, acknowledging the presence of dignitaries, guests, religious leaders, and community members. Guests include representatives of different religious denominations, each leading prayers, songs, and reading from their respective sacred texts. A Christian prayer led by Venerable Solomon Ajakaye of the African Church Cathedral Ita-Iyalode Owu invokes blessings, peace, and prosperity for the Owu Kingdom.
I'm using this time to tell Nigerians, to tell all religious leaders, be you Afrelis, be you Christianity, be you Muslim, let us join our heads together. We shouldn't allow religion to divide us.
Chief Imam of Owu Land, Sulaiman Kehinde, recited verses from Quran and offered prayers for the welfare of Oba Adelola Mateminola and the unity of the land.
In Owu we have Muslims. No doubt in Owu we have Christians. No doubt in Owu we have the traditionalists. You cannot minus anyone out of the three. If that is the case, we are eating together, we are working together, we are living in our community together. Why can't we pray together?
An elder who is also a traditional ruler performed a traditional invocation calling upon the ancestral spirit for guidance and protection of the king. The Interfaith Thanksgiving service is part of activities marking the first year coronation anniversary of His Royal Majesty Oba Adelola Matemilola on his forefather's throne. The unity in diversity of Nigeria is better demonstrated when the interests of the minority groups are captured and taken care of in the composition of national government. This is the submission of speakers at the 2023 colloquium of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Ogun State Chapter in Abeokuta. Akim Jimo reports.
Speaking on the theme, pluralism and public opinion management, challenges and prospects for sustainable democracy in Nigeria, the guest speaker, a university don, Professor Adelaja Odukoya, and other panel of discussants believe that there is strength in the diversity of Nigeria and solicit the formation of an all-inclusive government of national unity, devoid of marginalization.
We must focus and try to know this background. But again, how does pluralism become a problem? In terms of our context, we have to historicize it in the kind of formation of the Nigerian state. The Nigerian state, incidentally, and it's an historical fact, is not a creation of Nigerians. The Nigerian state was a creation of British colonial powers for their own purpose, in their own interest and in their own agenda.
Ogun State Governor Dr. Abiodun represented acknowledges that there is prospect in Nigeria's democracy and promised that government will continue to accord recognition to all shades of opinion.
The prospects for a sustainable democracy in Nigeria are immense. Our country is blessed with a vibrant and diverse population, with each citizen possessing a unique perspective and valuable contributions to make. By harnessing the power of pluralism, by fostering an environment that promotes open dialogue and respectable debate, we can tap into the collective wisdom of our people and build a brighter future for all.
The National President and Chairman of Council, Nigeria Institute of Public Relations, Malam Mukhtar Sirajo, represented and others assured that the Institute will continue to take the lead in public discourse and agenda setting for government.
As a country blessed with incredible ethnic and religious diversity, Nigeria's journey towards a thriving democracy has been both remarkable and challenging. Our rich tapestry of cultures, traditions, and believes has the potential to be a source of strength, but it also demands careful navigation to ensure unity and social cohesion.
Great nation. Pluralism is a cornerstone of a vibrant democracy, for it reaches public discourse, promotes inclusion, and encourages robust exchange of ideas. However, managing public opinion amidst such diversity is no easy task. It calls for a delicate balance, a commitment to transparency, and deep understanding of the needs and aspirations of the people.
High points of the event is the public presentation of a journal entitled The Image Maker and the presentation of awards to some deserving Nigerians who distinguish themselves in their various fields of human endeavors and for their contributions to the society. In Abeokuta, Akim Jimo, NTA News.
For the exclusive breastfeeding campaign to be successful, proper ways to breastfeed babies must be established. Wife of Oyo State Governor Taminu Minini Makinde therefore acts on putting the baby to breast rather than breast to baby at the practice by some mothers. Rofiat Animashaun Badmus tells us more.
The World Breastfeeding Week kick-started in the year 1992 to generate and create awareness as well as encourage nursing mothers on the need to put their babies to breast and not breast to babies. In our words, the wife of the governor, Tamino Minini Makinde, encouraged nursing mothers to eat nutritional diet and their families to support them to eat well, to be able to feed their babies exclusively.
We put in our best and we hope that you champion of breastfeeding after now.
Health talk on proper hygiene and modalities in putting babies to breast characterized the event.
This is to emphasize that whatever you are eating is getting to your breast milk supply. We have to be cautious when we are breastfeeding and we are taking our medication. You need to prepare yourself even before you become pregnant, and once you become pregnant, you need to eat well.
Teaching them how to breastfeed well. Not that they don't breastfeed, but there's always that way that could make it more partial, which is what the doctors that followed her have come to do.
To breastfeed our baby from 0 to 6 months without water.
Other highlights at the program were presentation of foodstuff to nursing mothers and cash gifts to well breastfed babies. In Ibadan, Wofia Animation Badmos, NTA News.
The Director General National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Mustafa Habib Ahmed, says mainstreaming disaster early warning that will propel disaster risk reduction at the grassroots is considered one major strategic action capable of reducing the hazards of flooding in the affected communities. The DG NEMA stated this on the occasion of downscaling of disaster early warning measures to grassroots for effective life-saving early actions in Kano State. Elias Yakubu reports.
Intervention agencies on disasters, especially floods, usually wait until aftermath of disasters to deploy relief items to cushion the effect of the menace. This strategy, experts say, cannot address the perennial flooding that has been affecting the livelihood of the people across the country. To this end, the United Nations in 2015 initiated the disaster risk reduction mechanisms with the aim of preventing disasters before they occur. The initiative has an achievable target from 2015 to 2030. This downscaling program is expected to be carried out across the country to reawaken the intervening spirit of the local council to prevent escalation of the menace. The NEMA boss said, though the 2023 flood is envisaged to be more devastating based on the 2023 climate prediction and rainfall outlook by NAMED and NISA. He, however, said, with these intervening strategies, the effects of the 2023 disaster will be minimized.
In line with NEMA paradigm shift towards disaster risk reduction and to take disaster risk management to the grassroots, we have decided to support subnational level actors, including states, local governments, and communities to take ownership of their responsibility of disaster preparedness, mitigation, response, and recovery.
Secretary to Kano State Government, Abdullahi Bappabichi, commended NEMO for the initiative and promised the state government commitment to realize the said objective.
We are organizing special support to move vulnerable communities to safer and higher ground. And we are liaising with federal agencies and development partners to secure funding support for emergency preparedness, flood management, and victim support.
Kano State is among many states of the country experiencing yearly disaster occasioned by the perennial flooding. From Kano, Ilyasu Yakubu, NTA News.
The news will continue shortly after this timeout. Please stay with us.
The entire management and staff of NTA Abeokuta heartily felicitate Engineer Enne Wakama and Fumi Wakama on the chieftaincy installation as Fiwagboye and Yeye Fiwagboye of Owo Kingdom by His Royal Majesty Oba Professor Saka Matemilola Theolowu of Owo Kingdom, coming up on the 5th of August 2023 at the Owo Palace, Owu, Abeokuta, Oyamorio. Announcer, the management and staff of NTA Abeokuta.
When life is a little harder, we are here to lighten the load. Sedap Supreme Noodles is here for you. Because only fine ingredients. When life is a little harder, we are here to lighten the load. Sedap Supreme. Go into Sedap Supreme.
Thanks for being there. And that's how much time we permit us to serve you tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.